Hello everyone, it is Fahad here again. Today I bring another and interesting lecture about the railway signaling system. In my previous lectures, I have delivered a brief introduction of railway system and modern railway signaling system. So today I came up with a new simulator lecture. It's about railway signaling and control simulation. This is very interesting simulation software. Uh, First of all, I would like to introduce you the name of this simulation. It is called Brave, and courtesy to the University of Birmingham this has been developed by the University of Birmingham Research Center. So I will just give you a brief introduction about the simulator, how it works, what are the components, what are the tools, what we can do from it, what we can get the result out of it. So first of all, just have a look on the overview of this simulator. There are command panel which has all the information about the tools, about the components of this simulation. So in start I will just give you a introduction, and later on I will show you an example which has been developed based on this simulation. So in order to open a new file, you can just go to the file menu and just click the new. It will open a new file for you. So for the time being, I have already opened a new file. So when you will click new file, things will be like this. There is a graphical panel in which you can develop your route, your line, your stations, your platforms. Everything can be developed in this panel. And on the right side, you can see different tabs showing all the components or tools of this simulator. By clicking on any tab, you can see the detail of that section. For example, now I have clicked the stations. So since there is no station which has been developed in this new file, so it is showing empty. There is nothing inside it. Under station, you can find the name, the location, the station name, the node, and the depot. You can enter and modify the details about stations in this panel. If you will click on the routes will be according to the simulator definition, meaning how you have introduced the routes in your simulator. All the details will be here. Then again, there is another tab for timetabling. In timetabling, you can introduce the timing of different trains, you can introduce the train type, all the stuff related to the timings of the arrival and departure of the trains can be modified over in this tab. Then there is a tab for train types, vehicles, infrastructure, junctions, interlocking, track circuit. You can develop a lot of things using this panel. And for graphical representation, this side will show you all the details about the graphics, the junctions. You can change the view into 3D mode, into 2D mode. You can zoom in, zoom out, and also you can change the position of panels by clicking these buttons. So now I will just show you how a new file or a new section of your route or your railway network can be developed and how you can simulate it. So I will just give you, I have already opened a new file. So in order to start the developing of your network, you will just go to the edit, and under edit you will go to the modeling. Below modeling, you will find an option of edit model and snap to the grid, and there are several other options are available. However, first of all, in order to start your model, you will just click the edit model. Once you have clicked the edit model, you can see a new bar has been opened with lot of symbols on it. Okay, so I will just show you the brief introduction of this panel, what these can do, how they will do. So this cursor button show you can select anything on the network, on the path, on the route. The other rectangle show you if you want to select a multiple nodes or multiple paths, you can choose this, you can select this option. This symbol shows you if you want to draw a new node within the network, if you want to modify the node, you can click this one and then you will change the node position, node and everything. This symbol is for drafting the path. You will have to define the path for your trains. Then a track circuit can be allocated to the path only. If there is no path, no track circuit can be assigned. So you know very well from my previous lecture what is the track circuit. Track circuit is used for the identification of train location or position. So in this simulator, track circuit is assigned to the path so that each section of the track will be in blocks in form of track circuit. So you will define your blocks by defining this track circuit. So after the track circuit, you will have to draw the route. Okay, so there is a long network with multiple branches. So you will define the route for your train. For example, from station A to station B, or from station B to station C, what will be the route of your train which you are defining. Train 1 can have a route from station A to station B, while train C might have a route from station A to station C, and so on. So you can define a multiple number of routes for your network, for your train operations according to the requirement of the system. So after the routes, you can add a service which is kind of train. For example, you can add train 1, train 2 and so on in your network. This symbol is for configuring junctions. If you have stations or if you have a line where you have junctions, this symbol will help you to develop the junctions on the graphical panel on your network. This symbol, as it is shown, it is for introducing the signal locations. You can add the signals on the junctions. Signal cannot be assigned anywhere else than the junctions. So the prerequisite for a signal, you must introduce the junction. Then you can introduce the location of your signal, where you want to point the signal on the junction. Then you can define the sighting distance, and then there are other tabs for the modern signaling system, which is Belize node. You can add the position of Belize, you can add the antenna node type, you can introduce the axle counters, and there are many other parts for this one, which I am not going to explain for the time being, because this is a very basic kind of lecture for this brave simulator which has been developed by University of Birmingham in collaboration with other stakeholders. So I will just start with the introduction with the insertion of node, or you can directly start from the path. So I will just click the path, it will draw my path. I will just click anywhere on the graphical panel from where I would like to start my path. I will just click. I will just do I have just clicked any place in the panel. Now it is showing me that the node 1 has been added. The location of node 1 is this one, and up to now, since there is no path introduced for this section, so it is empty, and the rest of things are also. So now in order to finish this path, I will have to right click where I want to end my path. So I will do that now. Okay, just clicking the next position where I want to end my path 1, it is showing me a path in the graphical panel, and it is showing me that there are 2 nodes, and one is the starting node and N2 is the ending node, and there is path 1. Now path 1 is showing as P1,